Mm, mm, wow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me just set that a little better. There we go. All right, so I'm Trey, Broken Path Shaman. Grab my water real quick. All right, so welcome to my virtual medicine lodge. Happy to meditate with you. Glad to see everybody here. Another day, another dollar. So I have been working on, I'm just calling it an FCK meditation. It's just a different cycle of meditation stuff. So I need to come up with some good words for this because I don't know how to say it, but it's a set of instructions for how to meditate for a few moments. And it's usually something you would do before meditation, just kind of get the body ready, the spirit in line, all that good stuff, right? Body, spirit, mind, pow, in line. But yeah, it's something that I've been wanting to really get more into. So all week I'm just kind of doing that little meditation warm up. So it is a inhale. I'm gonna try and do it without reading. First, we'll talk about the position. Sit comfortably. You can sit on a chair, you can sit with your legs crossed, whatever's comfortable. I'm comfortable in the kneeling position. Took a long time to get here, so don't push yourself. But then also hold your hands. I'm gonna hold my hands. I'm trying to avoid guiding you because this is something that I'm doing, but if you want to follow along, feel free, not a problem. But I put my hands in prayer position up against, with my thumbs up against my sternum, and lengthen the spine as much as possible while in that position. Then the breathing is going to be a full inhale, hold your breath, hold my breath, and then I'll pump my stomach 26 times. Then I'll exhale, pump my stomach, hold my breath while holding it empty. I'm going to pump my stomach again 26 times. And when I say pump, it's just bringing that stomach in. So, and then at the navel as you exhale, or I guess you wouldn't be exhaling, it would just be. And then do that cycle. So inhale, hold, pump, exhale, hold, pump, cycle, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And then at the end of that 3 minutes, stop wherever I'm at. Inhale, tighten the muscles as much as possible, as long as you can, and then release. And for about a minute, I'll repeat victory in my mind. So this is just a 3 minute to start, and then I'll get into my normal meditation. But I'm doing it all this week, just practice, reps. Practice makes perfect, right? And this one's really active, really gets me working. So I might even start sweating during this one, but just heads up, if you can't do 26 pumps, don't do 26 pumps. It's not worth it. Inhale, hold the breath. Repeat victory as you stay relaxed. Yep. That one works up a sweat. Okay. So that's it. That was the whole cycle. 3 minutes. Good job. I wasn't able to do it all. I forgot to tell you about eyes. Eyes should be closed, focused on your brow from the inside. And yeah, so it's all about practice. Couldn't do 26 pumps on all those, just did the best I could. There's a lot of critiques I could do, but the key is develop that inner eye, be able to critique yourself. It's not about critiques from other folks. It's about the intent that we set in our meditation, and then where the meditation falls really compared to that intent. And then just every time moving it a little bit closer to the intent. So don't worry about perfection. Perfection is actually doing. Anything you do, actually do, is the perfect. Period. Done. It's not about could have done it better. No, what you did was perfect. That's it. So redefine perfect. But yeah, so it was beautiful. And tomorrow, try it again. It'll be beautiful again. And these things take time to develop. All of it takes time to develop. So let me get off of that so we can focus on meditation. So first pose I do kneeling. All that talking, I wasn't breathing. And when I kneel, it's in the Vajrasana pose. It's Thunderbolt pose or Diamond pose. My goal while I'm in this pose and for the rest of the breathing is just to have an active inhale. I just want to inhale as much as possible. The point of the inhale is really to fill up that air bag, the wind bag inside of us, and just fill out the inside of ourselves, right, as much as possible, as full as possible, and then just let it go. That is literally just all that pressure equalizing. Like, I'm not pushing anything out at that point. I've just filled up my lungs so much that they have to kind of go to here, right? They can't stay here, and that's what you're hearing. So when I say a yin exhale, it's not forcing it. That would be more of a force, like that's a force. Don't want that. Just want to. And the goal I'm going for is like a sigh, like a just how those muscles relax at that point, right? When you build them up. Another thing I do is check my form at the top of the breath, just see if my spine is as lengthened as I want it. Is my chest expanded, shoulders back, all that good stuff that I'm looking for. So, all right. Do this for about another 6.5 minutes and we'll switch to a second posture. Reminded to let you know if you have questions, go ahead and put them in chat. I'll try and answer them at the end. Definitely address them in the future. Like to remember we're the tempest in the teacup with milk. It's just the fact that there's a lot going on, but it looks like we're just still, right? So that was the signal for our second cycle of meditation. Now in this cycle, I do a Baddha Konasana, Konasana, Baddha Konasana. It's a bound ankle pose, or butterfly pose, I like to call it. But I also say be gentle. We've been on our knees for a while. Let the blood flow back in. Don't just jump up, right? Or I'd caution you to avoid just jumping up. Our minds are focused ahead of our bodies, so might sound like a good idea, but not always. All right, so unfortunately for me, I have a pinched nerve. It's getting better, slowly, very slowly, but it is. But because of that, I need to modify this posture. So if you go watch some of my first videos, like back in April, you'll see me doing the posture that I'm going to talk about. But it's the Baddha Konasana, the bound ankle pose, the butterfly pose. Look them up if you're not sure. But what I like during the second cycle is to have my soles of my feet touching. For some reason, I just enjoy that. And then my intent while I modify is to keep my spine as lengthened as possible. And you really find the length when you're at full breath. So if you inhale and just hold it, just kind of, if you can't feel it just by inhaling, but you inhale, you should feel it. If you can't feel it, I suggest holding that breath and just kind of moving slightly, just to kind of feel around in your inside body and see what you consider a good posture. And then if you look in a mirror, strangely enough, I have tons of mirrors around right over there. If you look in a mirror, you'll notice that you're actually probably one of the better postures you might have been in. The one that they're always like, sit up straight, put your chest out, head back. That all happens when we have a full breath, and we really respect that, right? Now, unfortunately, most of us have not been breathing properly our whole lives. That's another thing, but once I got past that and really started exercising my lungs with all this breath and all this meditation, it took a couple years, but it started getting better and better. And then, and now we're here. So take that full breath, kind of balance my head at the top of that lengthened spine. I really want my left leg to relax. I don't know why. It doesn't matter why, but I really want that to be relaxed. And then another thing I do is to support myself, because I'm a little off, put my hand behind me. But whenever my hand is touching the ground in a posture, I always focus on putting pressure on these 3 fingers and not on my wrist, not on the actual pad of my wrist. So there's a ton of intent in everything I do, or there should be. And that's part of the meditation, is doing this stuff with intent, right? That is the meditation part, whether it's loud, whether it's quiet, it's having an intent and really focusing on that intent, whether it be stretching your body, doing asanas. Talking too much. All right. Get on my soapbox. And a reminder, just focus on the tops of plants. Anywhere you might see plants or trees, just try and focus on those as you breathe. They really appreciate the intention to attention. Now, for me, that modification isn't working, so I'm gonna modify a different way and just really, whatever, put my legs like this. Really helps having the camera because I don't have names for all these positions. So I'm reminded to let you know why I I guess, or vibrate the sounds. For me, the vibration helps relieve tension. To me, tension is when muscles are active and we don't want them to be active. And active is like, raw, active. Tension is unconscious, active muscles. So when I vibrate, because we hold our tension in our bodies, right? We hold our traumas and our wounds in our body. And then over time, we just layer more effects on that, right? Like slumping, slouching, whatever happens. So when I vibrate, it's like a signal to me from my inner eye that I have some tension somewhere. I don't know where, I just know it's there. My body knows better than I know. My body knows better than I know. The mind is something different, but the body really does know. It's keyed in. Now I got a signal for the third cycle I like to do. It's a Pronamasana, which is a mountain pose with a namaste. or Tadasana. Tadasana. And again, take time with yourself. But like to remind us that we're a union between earth and sky. Our bodies are a catalyst between those two bodies. So keep that in mind. I always say if I can just stretch to the sky and root out through the earth's core and kind of coalesce that all inside, that's perfect. Yes, ma'am. Oh, my particular pain is not like that sitting up straight. Oh. Chicagreme, Sagreme, Sidigudveme. Again, be gentle with the body. Been in these postures for a minute. I'll let a little blood flow. All right, so that wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining. Yeah, if I get more questions, if I get more engagement, I'll talk more. I guess I talked a lot today, but this would be more common with more engagement. Otherwise, I use this as my own practice session to just really more practice, more exercise. It's really exercise. It's exercise for me. So I'm like sharing this moment of working out with you, right? Working those lungs, really getting better about how we breathe, getting that full breath, the best breath that we possibly can, right? And then it's just so poignant with the COVID and the current pandemic, like how breath is important, right? So a couple years ago, I couldn't have breathed like I just did. So it just takes time and dedication, motivation, dedication. When do those flip? Just keep at it. Eventually motivation turns into dedication, and dedication turns into motivation, right? Yin yang. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, and I'm Trey, Broken Path Shaman. You can find me on Twitter as BP_shaman, or you can find me here on YouTube. If you subscribe to the YouTube, then you'll get updates when I go live. So thanks again. Oh, and the YouTube channel is a Broken Path Shaman also. Oh, and I do a weekly shamanic tip on Sundays. So you can go check those on my Fun Day